Good morning, y'all. My name is Jody, and I am Simply Stitching Ocala, and this is my first Flosstube, so excuse me if I look down 100 times at my notes so that I don't forget anything. And I'll try my hardest if I can not to have the eye glare on my glasses, but again, first Flosstube, I'm sure I'll learn along the way. So I live in North Central Florida in Ocala, hence the name Simply Stitching Ocala, and that is my name on Instagram as well. And you'll see that I post a ton of stuff, all different stuff, whether it's family related, stitching related, sewing or quilting related, and that is because that's how I scrapbook. So it's linked to my app called Chatbooks, and then it prints whenever it fills up to the 60 pages. And I used to be a scrapbooker. I've done mini crafts over the years, used to be a scrapbooker, and so that's now how I do it. So should have brought one of those in here to show you. I'll do that another time. But anyway, so you'll see that I do post a lot. I originally was not a cross stitcher. I was a quilter, so I've been quilting for about 16 years, although I don't really quilt that much nowadays. I do have a ton of fabric to still quilt with when I want to. But my mom was diagnosed with a terminal illness in 2018, and she had started quilting probably about 10 years before that, and she was no longer able to quilt, physically do that. So that's when I found, like, hey, what about cross stitch, Mom? And so that's how I got into cross stitching, was doing that with her. And I had done like just a little bit when my kids are 24 and 25, and the oldest that's 25 is married and has a 10-month-old. I did do 2 small cross stitches when they were babies for their rooms, but back then it was just like the standard kits and things that really didn't appeal to me. So again, I picked it up in 2018 with my mom, and when she passed away in October of 2018, I just kind of lost any mojo for quilting. I'm not sure why. I'm hoping to get it back because I have started this year wanting to do quilting project to donate for local charity for quilts. But anyways, that's how I got back into doing cross stitch. And I'm super lucky because we do have here in Ocala, I'm sure some of you have heard of it, a local store called Brick City Cross Stitch that's owned by Jean. I cannot remember how long she's been in business. I know it's over 25 years, but it's probably longer than that. She has tons of patterns. She does have an online website, or you can always call the store. Her big thing though is she has so many fabrics, and she will cut to size. So if you say I want an 8 by 17 piece, she will cut you an 8 by 17 piece. I was trying to think about the wall, and I don't have a picture, otherwise I'd insert it here to show you, but she probably has between 70 and 100 fabrics, and all counts, you know, from 11 count Aida to like 40 count linen. So I'm super lucky that is nearby. So we'll just get into what I have been working on. So the first one, this one is called Love, and that's by Salt and Pepper, and she's on Etsy. Now this one, this one is February. Sorry. I have another one. This one is February. So there's supposed to be the word February underneath the house. But I left it off because I put up my Valentine in January as soon as I take down Christmas. And I did change the colors on these to some of my own classic color works, just very similar to what she had listed. The next one I'll do. This one is the Love. So this one is also by Salt and Pepper, and it's Love. And this was a free one that she posted last year for Valentine's. And she actually posted it again recently on her Instagram, Salt and Pepper Stitching. So you can go grab that from her. And I will put these links below in the description. The next one, I started and finished this when I was at a retreat last weekend. This is Bless Your Heart by Stitching with the Housewives. And both this one and the Love, I stitch on 16 count Aida, and these are both by Picture This Plus. It's probably hard to tell, and they're called Bashful, is that pink color. This one I was working on. This one is Tiny Town, and that one I did the Tiny Town stitch along that Jessica at Sweetwater Stitcher and Holly Jones, Mrs. Jones Stitching, were doing. So I just finished that one. And then the last one, this is Lovebirds by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I did change the colors on that one as well. I do love aqua. So my stitching room is actually aqua, my sewing room. It's messy in there, so that's why I'm sitting in the kitchen. And at some point I'll go in there. So those were my recent finishes that I have. Some past finishes I'll show you. That these are ones that are in my stitching room. And what's funny is I'm a very seasonal stitcher. And so I usually don't have them on frame type things. I usually have them in like everyday seasonal decor, and I use the magnet washer method so I can switch things out. But since these are in my sewing, crafting, stitching room, I have these just like permanently on here. So this first one, I'll hold it back so you can see it better. It's on, it's like a chicken wire frame. And I don't remember where I got it because it's old. And there was something on this metal, some type of piecing that I took off. And this one is called Stitchville by Thimbleblossoms. I believe it is now currently in a pattern, and I will link it below if it is, that you can just buy on its own. But when it first came out, it was Bonnie and Camille, it was in their quilting book. And at the time, I still, like I said, I haven't been quilting as much lately, but I bought the book specifically because I wanted this pattern, because they literally have been a favorite fabric designer of mine. So that one sits on my cabinets in my room. The next one that, this one actually sits in my windowsill. This one is Let's Talk Stitching by Hands on Design. And this is the smaller one that they actually used on a bag on the leaflet. And this one, I don't think I have it on there. So there was a saying, this buffalo plaid was already on there on a frame that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. And then I just added that bow up top. And I really like that one. Like I said, that one sits on a windowsill in my room. The next one, I'm not sure, I don't remember what year this came out. It's being crooked right now. But this one is, what is this one? Quilty Love by Lori Holt. And again, I did change the colors on this one. I think the original is all just red and pink and white. But I changed mine to red and pink and aqua. And this one sits up on, like I said, it's crooked right now. This one sits up on my shelf in my crafty room year round. I'm not sure when it came out. I don't remember if it was supposed to originally be a Valentine's pattern, but it's cute. And it's actually just on a frame, an aqua frame, and it just, you know, stands up. And the last previous finish, this is Stitch All the Things by Erica Michaels. And this originally, I went to the All Things Winter Retreat last weekend, and this was originally supposed to be my smalls exchange. And we went to the stitching cupboard, and I missed the smalls exchange, but that's okay because I did really want to keep it because I loved it for myself. And I did change the colors on that. They were, it's hard to tell in this light. Mine are more aqua, and the ones that are in the original pattern are more of like dusty type blue instead of aqua. So, but I really like that one, and that one also sits on my shelf. Then I'll just show you a couple things of haul. So like I said, I did go to the All Things Winter Retreat by Annabella's in West Palm Beach, Florida last week, which was great. I think that's why I finally decided to do this Flosstube video. My sister's been telling me for a while, you should do it. You share all your things on Instagram anyways. But it is different talking to a video screen. But Lindsay from Primrose Cottage was up with some of us. All the girls were with us late night stitching one night. And she was talking about talking about a book called Big Magic, which I've listened to half of that. But also just telling us how, you know, like to try to go out of your comfort zone and try new things. And anyways, I really feel like after listening to her talk about it, that it just pushed me to just try new things. I mean, I love watching other people on Flosstube. I love seeing what they have to say, what they're sharing. Sometimes I get introduced to different designers I've never heard of, or cool different products I've never seen. So, anyways, I just thought, well, I'll share it. If someone gets something out of it, that's great. So, anyways, that retreat was my first like overnight retreat. I have done 2 local retreats here with Brick City, but I hadn't done, you know, a 3-day one. So it was a really good experience. I had a great time with Jessica from Sweetwater Stitcher was my roomie, and then also Alicia from the Fanciful Flamingo, and Felicia, my travel buddy, which is FAH Quilts on Instagram. So we all had a great time together. It was fun meeting other people. I met Chantel from Chantel 141 Design, which I did not bring that stuff in here. That'll be for another Flosstube because I haven't painted some of the things I purchased from her. And Alley Cat, Allison, who is a seasoned retreat girl. So she sat next to me. So I got lots of good information from her. Also got to meet Holly from Mrs. Jones Stitches, and Hannah on Instagram, which she just recently changed her name, and I think it's the Stitching Fairy Hannah now. I'll put all those people below. So it was really great. There was lots of stitching, lots of laughing, lots of conversation, lots of late night chocolate and popcorn. So it was a great time. I'm looking forward to doing some other one-day stitching retreats here locally, and then I am doing StitchCon in weekend A in June. So I'm super excited about that. And then I'm going to with my friend Lisa, who I also met here at Brick City's one-day retreat. So we're super excited about that. So a couple of the items I bought when I was down at that retreat, I brought, which was Primrose Cottage. That's who the guest designer was, and all of them were there. Lindsay, Katie, Emily, and her mom, Nettie, and they were so awesome. They went around to everybody's table. They stitched with them. They wanted to talk and hear what we liked about retreats, what things could be different. Just gave people a lot of encouragement, which for, like I said, for my first designer retreat, it was an amazing experience. So really appreciate them coming and doing that for us. So the first one I bought is Loads of Love. And that's a new one from Primrose Cottage. It's so cute. Probably not going to do it this year, but super cute. Needed to have it. And then another one I bought from them is Hey Sweetheart, with this cute like subway word art. I've seen a lot of people stitching this. Again, not sure if I'm going to do it this year or not, and also trying to decide if I do it, I may change up and do it pink and red and aquas, because again, I love aqua. And you know, I can't show you the inside, but because it has the chart, but just know that it's full color, super easy to read. And another item of haul that wasn't from there, this is from my local store, but just to show you, this is 16 count Ada, and it's by Fortnite, and it's called Cozy Cave. But just to show you that, like, she literally, I mean, I did get a big, large piece of this, and I don't know if you can tell. And I'm not sure, originally I was going to use it for a certain start, and then I brought it home, and anyways, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I just love the kind of light blue, tan mottled, and it's, again, 16 count Ada, called Cozy Cave, from Fortnite Fabrics. And I did go to, like I said, the stitching cupboard, and did buy some haul from there. They have all kinds of new patterns, old patterns, designers I'd never even heard of, which was amazing. But I'll talk about that in another video because I don't have all that with me. I don't want to pause, but I'm just going to walk over there real quick because I forgot. I'll just show you some new starts that I have. So give me just a minute. Okay, sorry. That was a super long pause. Again, first time, not prepared, didn't have anything. So this is one that I did get when I was at the stitching cupboard, and it's by Jannette Douglas. It's called Matter in Hand. Now, I don't know if you can tell, it does have words in there that are in several different languages, and I'm just going to leave the words completely out. But again, I like it how it is, but it doesn't necessarily go in my room because my colors are brighter. So this is kind of a mess. You can't really tell. I have it on one of these floss styles that are from Chantel. But it is going to be much brighter colors that I've picked out. And this is just a small start. I'm doing this on 16 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. So I just started that last night. And this is going to be like an ongoing yearly project that I hope I'll finish this year. I generally like to stitch like smalls for the most part. Not a big project stitcher. So for me, this one is a little bit larger. So I'm going to work on it throughout the year. And like I said, I'm doing these brighter colors than the more muted colors that they have. These are all classic color works, and I can give you the conversion that I did if you want. But so that it'll go in my sewing room. And then the other new recent whip that I just started is Stitching with the Housewives, the Farmhouse pattern, which is a lot of white. I did their home pattern and I stitched the H and the M and the E on 16 count black Aida. And this I had in my stash, so I was like, I'm just gonna use it. So I haven't gotten very far. I did this in the truck the other day. I have some half stitches I haven't crossed over there yet, but this is on 16 count chalkboard Aida. So again, this one is going to be for like an everyday. I have a spot in my family room leading into my office that this would go perfect over the top, and I haven't put anything there. It'll actually be tomorrow will be a year that we've been built at this house and we've been in this house, so still trying to do some things, and I've been looking for a sign to go there, and I was like, oh, that would be perfect. So that's what I'm going to put there. So again, I'm just gonna do in my videos really about cross stitch. Sometimes it might be a little bit about sewing. I'm not gonna commit like to any schedule at this time. I'm gonna try my best not to, like there was that big long step away from the camera, to not go back and edit it and just leave it as is. You can always just fast forward it so that I don't have to do a lot of editing. So I thought I would do a giveaway, and because I know everybody likes the giveaways. And like I said, I do like to sew, and I made each of these. I made ones for my table mates. I should have brought that over. I can't tell if it's over there or not. Hold on, be right back. Okay, again, I will try to be better prepared next time. So I made each of my table mates for All Things Winter Retreat. This is making this seem brighter than it is. But, and it's to put when you're snipping off your threads like these. So thread catcher or holder, whatever you want to call it. So I had made those for everybody at the All Things Winter Retreat. And so I thought I would, oh, so I'll show you too. I had these labels done. And those are by Ever Emblem. So you can put whatever on it. And I thought, well, that way when I give them out, they'll also have my Instagram handle on it, so that if people were at my table and they didn't follow me, that they would have that. And I will make sure I link them below. And anybody that wants to know, this is an older fabric by Bonnie and Camille called Handmade. And I think this bottom fabric, I think it came out in either 2017 or 2018, but you may still be able to find some of it on Etsy. And then this was just some polka dot I had in my stash. But those were ones I made. So I thought I would do a giveaway. So I made a Valentine one. So it's a barn with hearts and cute pink flowers. And then just some other polka dots that I had stashed, what I had in there. And again, one of the tags on it from Ever Emblem, which I will link below because they're great. Those are they're actually iron-on tags, but I also just stitched around the edge for longevity just after I ironed it on as well. But so to win the giveaway, I would say let's answer the question, who is a new floss tuber that you enjoy watching? There's so many out there, and I feel like I'm doing this today because I have the day off for Martin Luther King Day, and I always feel like with working I don't always have the most time to watch as many floss tubes as I like. Some of my favorite, they're not new, but some of my favorites are Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, Jessica at Sweetwater Stitches, Holly at Mrs. Jones Stitches. I'm trying to think who else right off the top of my head, and I'm sorry I can't. But if you want a chance to win this Valentine thread catcher, just answer the question, who is your favorite new floss tuber to watch? And then I will, don't just answer the question. Don't say giveaway, as we know the trolls on the internet like that. So just answer the question, who is your favorite new floss tuber? And I will pick a winner next Monday, which is probably the 23rd, I think. I'll use the random generator for that. And I will let you know next week. So, I don't know, I can't remember in the beginning, but I'll just say again, I live in North Central Florida in Ocala. It's about an hour and a half north of Orlando in Florida. We do get cold here. It was in the 20s the past few nights, so we do get cold here in the winter. Not as cold as a lot of you guys up north, but we do get cold. I've been married for 28 years. I have 2 kids. I think I did say that, 24 and 25. And then my little cute nugget who's 10-month-old, his name is Corbin. He's so adorable. So you will definitely see him on my Instagram if you follow me. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, it's simply Stitching Ocala. And I used to be simply Kids Ocala because that was, I had my own photography business for years and that was my name. But I recently, in the past 2 months, switched it. And if you have any other questions or any other comments, please just leave them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. And I appreciate you watching my first floss tube, and I look forward to sharing more with you. Thanks guys, have a great day. Bye.